Yes, 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 yes. Bro, I waited for you, Kwame. I don't know if it's Kwame, but I've been saying Kwame since you got drafted when I was 16 years old. You were 17 and a half, gonna be 18, and you got drafted to the Washington Wizards. Kwame, I waited for it, bro. Bro, all these people they're not used to this new Kwame Brown. Bro, I promise. Shout out to Tommy Sotomayor. He's the first one released that side of Kwame Brown a couple of years ago. Like 3 or 4 years ago, Kwame Brown went on Tommy's show. And I was like, I ain't never heard this man speak. But after he went on Tommy's show, I didn't hear from him no more. So I was like, what happened to Kwame? And then a couple of days ago, I'm like, should I do a video or not? But I'm just seeing the people loving it. So I'm like, I'm going to do a video, man, because y'all feeling like how I've been feeling the last couple of days, that he finally doing what he's supposed to do, calling these suckers out, calling all these snakes that only come around to dirty your name. So what if I'm not the best basketball player? So what if I AKA suck? And how do I suck in basketball if I manage to play 12 years in the NBA? I've seen basketball players barely even last 2 years. And the criticism, my fellow people, bro, I don't care if he was this or that. He come from the neighborhoods I come from. Much respect to that man. That man went through a trial and tribulation and became a multi-millionaire just like this. To have Stephen A. Smith and the Disney platform, aka ESPN, for the last 20-some years. When I was a teenager, I witnessed the first season. Stephen A. criticized this man, not even the first season, because Stephen A. was not popping like that besides Allen Iverson. Yeah, Stephen A., I'm one of them folks who followed you religiously, bro. I seen your right, even when you had that show, quite frankly, that failed. And it didn't fail. We all watched it. They didn't want to see you successful that time. What made you more successful was Skip Bayless took you in, and you just went brazy around the world around like that 2011-12 era. But let me get back on topic. I remember when this man got drafted, bro, the man season was like 13 games before the season was over with. The criticism that he already got, I knew his career was gonna be a downhill, bro. They basically was talking about like he was a bust, and he was a young teenager, bro. They talked about his career like it was over with. Oh, this was the worst pick. Y'all thought they said this was the worst pick years later after giving him time? Y'all better go check the paperwork. Nah, I lived in the moment. Y'all don't need to, y'all trolls don't need to tell me, and y'all sport aficionados, I'm a sport head. Y'all don't need to teach me nothing. I lived in that moment. I never had cable. So I looked at my local television. I'm a reading dude. I remember going to my local library because I couldn't afford getting monthly subscription from these big magazines. I remember just reading all day as a youngster, bro. Like nothing but criticism, because you gotta remember when you see a high school kid get drafted. I remember Tyson Chandler got drafted, Eddie Curry, a whole lot. I got happy because I had basketball aspirations. Maybe I sucked, but you can't tell no kid he sucked when he just have his dream. So when I seen these high school dudes getting drafted, I thought maybe I could buy my mom a multi-million-dollar house and all that. So I was low-key living through them. I always rooted for them. I root for any young man that get a potential. Bro, when these players get drafted, I'm the first one there rooting for them, bro, and damn near I want to cry too for them. Not that I cry, but you be like, hey, I feel it. I want to envision me doing that for my family, buying them, just doing something right for your people that, that love you, bro. So to see these hate that they come at Kwame Brown nonstop, it feel good, man. It's refreshing. Don't it? Ain't the Most High could right your wrongs sometimes through life? That man changed his status and what people had a perception on him in 1 hour only. Some people go through their whole life, decades, damn near a century to change people's perception about them. All it took Kwame, not even an hour, it took him like 15 minutes for people to change their perception about him, but not me. I'm proud to raise my hand in the air and say I'm a member of the Kwame Brown Club and always rooted for that man. He's only like 2 years older than me. Why wouldn't I root for him? Why wouldn't I root for somebody that came out the mud and it's daytime to shine? He's shining through life. I witnessed him losing, and it was not $40 million. He lost $48 million in that $80 million deals. And he could have been one of the first players, even at a low ball, to get at least 90-something million to 100 million through contract obligations. But all the discredit they said to him, based on potential, he would have get that money. But your potential is no longer there when you got folks like Stephen A saying all that. Then here comes Matt Barnes. Pretty Becky with the good hair. Shout out to Kwame Brown. He called that boy Pretty Becky with the good hair. Shout out to Matt Barnes. I don't have nothing against Matt Barnes. I'm actually a fan of Matt Barnes. I'm a fan of Steven Jackson. But somebody need to call Steven Jackson out. This man be flip-flopping more than anybody I know. I felt so good somebody finally said it. Y'all think because somebody use cuss words all the time and they smoke weed, that make them a real nigga. And from a few times they might say something real. Oh, they the realest since Tupac. Like, come on, man, take a seat back. I seen a lot of hypocritical things folks like Steven Jackson said. I also seen some great things he said, and I didn't criticize him. I just said if things I don't like or I disagree with my brother's Steven Jackson, I'm just gonna stay away from that topic. But this one I couldn't. For y'all to continue to criticize Kwame Brown, even I was like, damn, like you still gotta call this man names? I've always felt cringe at everybody who called out Kwame Brown, bro. I promise y'all. I've always had like a cringe feeling, bro. A cringe feeling like, damn, let this man live. What he did to y'all. Every day he gotta be criticized? Every day you gonna tell me that Kwame Brown gotta have everybody coming against him and all he did was just try to live a dream. But his dream was not up to your standards. So he's disregarded as nothing and nobody. Man, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I want to see more of this. If anything, if you watching this Kwame Brown, bro, here's the advice. Limit yourself on the cuss words if you don't want to lose your channel. I know you don't care about the money because you got it. You got it. But as far as the cuss words back and forth, that's why your lives the other day was skipping like that. It was not just the phone calls and your signal you kept saying. Bro, YouTube does that. The algorithm was picking up on certain words you use. Unfortunately, YouTube changed. I don't want to see them get rid of you, but I know with your energy, even if they do, all you got to do is do another channel. We gonna watch it. We gonna watch it. Like, bro, I'm proud of you, man. I feel like I'm your big brother and you older than me, man. I scream in jubilations, man. What them church folks like to say? Jubilation is the most high. Yeah, sure, yeah, how was y'all? Man, it feel good, man. You finally spoke up for yourself. In reality, you're gonna cause so many more people to speak up for themselves, man. But I don't want people to wait like he did 20 years. Please don't do that. I implore y'all, say something quick about it. Don't let somebody use and take advantage of you for all these years, man. Because you're somebody too. If you don't realize you're somebody until you see it. And these last 4 days, I know Kwame, well, 3 days, I know Kwame Brown. He realized it and he see it. The world loves me. The world want to hear what I got to say. They want to hear my side. We've been hearing one side the whole time, the narrative on what this young man at the time and even in his adulthood, what he is. To the point you heard his brand and everything. But you know what? I used to be a Kwame Brown. I had the world against me and still against me. And I had to speak up one day and it felt good. I'm with you, brother, and I'm rocking with you. Shout out to Kwame Brown. Y'all hit that like button, man. Like, share, and subscribe. I'm rocking with my bro, man. He made me so proud. All these years I waited.